This is not the church of Joseph Smith. This is the church of Jesus Christ. A major victory for Satan.
Travis Wayne Goodsell, the Weekend Church News Review, or criticism. And so it's necessary to repeat all the time for Mormons, because apparently they want to run and hide. The Book of Mormon, the keystone of Mormonism, 1 Nephi chapter 1, verse 2. It's in the learning of the Jews. Apparently that's too complicated. See, I pursued anthropology of the ancient Middle East, became the decipherer of Paleo-Hebrew because of that verse. How about you, Mormons? So you don't use Christian Jesus to interpret the Book of Mormon, because that's not the learning of the Jews. It's one of those no-does. And so thus, the church is lying to us, and thus, I'm very critical. And it's not just a matter of them lying because they want to be Christian rather than Jewish, specifically pre-Babylonian Jewish Egyptian. But it's the fact that they're using Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon and calling them Christian. That's where I have the problem. You know, if they just started their own church with Brigham Young and just used the Bible, didn't do anything with the Book of Mormon, nothing with Joseph Smith's works or writings, they just said, Joseph Smith is a fallen prophet, we're going to be Christian, I'm starting my own church. And then I was born and raised into it. Be a completely different story. But nope, they had to lie about Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon and refuse to tell us the truth. And so in the church news, we have them finishing up the Joseph Smith papers. And so they title drop historians, scholars, and editors. All of that is false. They're from BYU. BYU incorporates psychology, which is anti-science. And so they've destroyed the scientific fields at BYU. Even the legal profession and the medical profession all are tainted here in Utah at Mormon schools. And so, for example, I went to Rick's College. Then I went to the University of Lethbridge in Alberta, Canada, which was at that time the number 5 school in the world. And none of my credits counted from Rick's. And so I am the foremost Mormon historian, scholar, and editor. So yeah, that's a joke. And then you get the Skousen guy, Royal Skousen, whom I've tied with the little black book of the secret combination in America to the Skousen family. So yeah, they're not just lying about Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. They are literally evil. They're seeking to destroy America so that they can have their kingdom back. So yeah, it's bizarre. They literally think you're stupid, or that you won't even bother to check it, because they're finishing up the Joseph Smith papers, and they even say it's epic. Do you want to know the definition of epic? We'll give you the literal definition. I don't memorize. Epic. Come on. You're supposed to put the definition first. A long poem, the Epic of Gilgamesh, A myth. Those bastards. Those bastards. Oh my God. Joseph Smith is no longer real. That was unexpected. That changes the title of the video. Church. Turns Joseph Smith into myth. Yeah, great. Good job, guys. Bastards. The Epic of Joseph Smith. It's the learning of the Jews. It's not literal history or an epic now. It's no longer a history. The Book of Mormon, I'm willing to bet, is now epic. The Epic of Mormon. The Epic of Nephi. They just pulled a fast one on you guys. Unbelievable. You got to use the right words. But yeah, the Joseph Smith papers by the church. And they say it's the authorized. Well, let's read it to you. So yeah, there's 3 months ago there's a new Kings and Queens from Ava something. So we'll use her in the theme song below. That was already predetermined from before the foundation of the earth. The authoritative source for the writings, teachings, and records of Joseph Smith. Which means they just null and voided all of our scriptures. The quad, it's null and void. This is now the authoritative source. And they just turned it into an epic. I was wondering how they were going to handle that when they transition into the Church of Jesus Christ, cutting off Latter-day Saints for the millennium next year. Now we know. Dear God. Calgon, take me away. And so, yeah, I mean, nobody's reading it, are you? Not even ex-Mormons. I'm not seeing any of you doing videos from it. Nope. Only me. There are bombshells in there that destroys the church. Unless you turn it epic. Oh my God. Are you seriously? That is just so lame. And so, yeah, the church is now bragging that they've got 4 apostles, including the entire first presidency, who are over 90. From 90 to 99. And then they're boasting that they're the great and abominable church. You don't even bother to read your Book of Mormon, do you? It's right there in the Book of Mormon. I even do the quote from Nelson because he refers to it, so obviously that's what he's referring to. 2 churches. First Nephi, chapter 14. And it came to pass that he said unto me, Look, and behold, that great and abominable church, which is the mother of abominations, whose founder is the devil, with the inverted pentagram on the keystone of the doors of their temple at headquarters. And he said unto me, Behold, there are save two churches only. The one is the church of the Lamb of God, from Revelation 19 for 8 April 2024, where Jupiter will be in the Lamb constellation, also known as the Ram constellation of Aries, where the solar eclipse, the death sign, will be in Pisces on the back of the white horse. And the other is the church of the devil. Wherefore, whoso belongeth not to the church of the Lamb belongeth to the great church, which is the mother of abominations, for she is the whore of all the earth. And it came to pass that I looked, and behold, the whore of all the earth, and she sat upon many waters, and she had dominion over all the earth, among all nations, kindreds, tongues, and people. So yeah, keep bragging about being popular and all over the world, church. Go ahead. Fulfill Book of Mormon prophecy. Learning of the Jews, not an epic. It's no longer a little history. That's hilarious. And so yeah, you can just have one person every year, and that's growing. They purposely, that's why they sent my brother after me to silence me on YouTube, is because I'd been doing videos about the membership stats. And so after they failed to silence me at the shelter, they sicked my brother on me. So, I don't know, and that failed. Don't worry, I'm still here. And so, yeah, I'm able to now resume turning this place into my home, because we've at least got some time now, because of the debt crisis being averted and giving in to the extortion threat demands of the kidnappers. Biden was supposed to declare martial law and lock everybody up. Bastard. He just caved. Now he's giving some speech live. Oh, it's a great day. We couldn't have the economy collapse. I couldn't do the right thing. I'm the commander-in-chief, and according to the 14th Amendment, I'm supposed to lock them all up. But so, yeah, they aren't gaining new membership. But I did expose this year, and we can even check. Yes, state and ward membership stats. See if they've snuck it in after I did the video on it. Nope. Still haven't bothered to update this. They've abandoned this. Membership statistics of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for Wikipedia. And they still say at the end of 2021, the LDS Church had 31,315 congregations and a reported membership of 16,805,000. We're over 17 million now. So, yeah, they didn't even bother to work on this. And why? Because this gives you a breakdown of every single country. Albania is number one. They alphabetized them. They used to do them by country or by continent and put Russia in with Europe rather than Asia. Lame. But yeah, that lets us know that Putin is planning on conquering Europe, not just Ukraine, not just the Eastern European countries. And so the church is well aware of this and are already catering to it. But for Taiwan, China, are you listening? Are your secret agents who spy around, are they listening? The Church of Jesus Christ calls Taiwan an independent country. They don't refer to it as the Republic of China, Taiwan. See, if you're not paying attention to the news, you will not understand what I just did there. Shanghai! Yeah, it's all fraud. You listening? Get them! And so then we have serving others together brings these three families closer to Jesus Christ. No. That's a fallacy argument. Serving others does not bring you closer to Jesus. It brings you closer to those you serve. Dumb. They just play you for suckers. They want you to serve others. The church won't serve you. They're supposed to be called servants. They will not serve you. Inasmuch as you have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. They won't do that. So, and 2023 temple leadership assignments. So yeah, change in the temple presidents. And lest we forget, the thumbnail picture. I'm sure she's single, right? She's available. And if I remind her that the Book of Mormon is the keystone and that 1 Nephi chapter 1 verse 2 is the learning of the Jews, therefore she's not supposed to use Christian Jesus interpretation on the Book of Mormon and on Joseph Smith, let alone Epic, that she'll then, her eyes will be all wide open and she'll read it and she'll learn a whole lot more than Christian Jesus did, as you have to change history and you have to change science to conform and comply to the literal history Book of Mormon, which is now Epic History Book of Mormon. But this is a shock to Mormons. They're still not aware of this. That just happened today. Right? She's single? Yeah, no. She has to be married. I'm willing to bet you. But music and the spoken word to premiere in Spanish. So it's unclear as to whether she's doing a voiceover in Spanish or if she's doing a full revised version of it in Spanish. Let's find out. 4 narrators. Oh, you just chose the trap. Well, certainly I want to watch it if it's her. For the first time in its 100-year history, the Tabernacle Choir has a woman leading music in the spoken word. Oh, they're giving you so much agency, aren't they, women? They're not sexist whatsoever. There's only 3 pictures? You said 4. Oh, yep, there's the guy. Alex Malicio. Garia Meia. Well, in Mexico, at least, or is it all Spanish? I'm not sure about this. The woman has the dominant name, and the man takes on the wife's name. Isn't that correct? Or is it the children takes on the mother's name? Or it's the dominant? I don't know. It's confusing. And so, yeah, genealogy, my hell. So, yeah, I recognize this guy, though, that Alex Malesio. Seen him before. And then another guy, Pepe Val. And then, who's the fourth? Does she at least live in Salt Lake City? If God smites down Salt Lake City, would she survive and I can save her? Be the knight in shining armor. Let's see. Mejia. Darna Mejia will narrate the spoken word in the debut broadcast. See, this is the one thing that people don't understand, that businesses fully understand, is that you have at your cashiers, the front lines of your store, attractive women. That draws in more customers. And it drives housewives crazy. But businesses make more money. It's just a fact of life. And so the church knows this. In addition to being the first Spanish narrator for the pilot, she was the first woman ever. Yeah, she'll be the first woman given this honor. So what did she do? She's being pimped out. Do you understand this? She's being pimped out. It's bad enough that Mexico has atrocities against women. Yeah, Mejia is of Mexican descent and a television journalist who didn't get murdered by any of the gangs down there. Who worked in Spanish and English language news stations throughout the western United States. She's of Mexican descent. She's American. Before joining the newsroom team of the communication department for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, soon to be just the Church of Jesus Christ. Oh, we get quotes from her. Wow, okay. Get to know her. I am thrilled that viewers like my mother. Oh, she's appealing to her mother. Emotions. Will soon. It's Father's Day, though. Do you think I'll get recognized for Father's Day? No. The ex made sure of that. We'll soon hear music in the spoken words, inspiring messages in their own language. I am grateful for the opportunity. Oh, she's bearing testimony, because that's what testimonies are. It's grateful. Gratitude. That's a testimony, right? Yeah, don't look it up in the dictionary. It won't be a shock well, it will be a shock for you if you think it's gratitude. But in the underground Mormonism, it was well known that we played bingo for fast and testimony meetings. So how many people will say gratitude, I'm grateful? How many will say I'm blessed? How many will say I'm thankful? And how many will actually say I'd like to bear my testimony? And then you get some little kids who will say I bury my testimony. They're little kids. They aren't old enough to have a testimony. Then they go on missions without a testimony. And they tell the world that I'm grateful for the church to have this opportunity to commit a pyramid scam on you, to recruit you to pay tithing to the church that will not be used to help you when the end of the world happens. Since its beginning, women have lent their voices to the choir. Yeah, because they're white supremacists. That's where women belong, in a choir. That's why blacks and those of color in the church are always involved in activities for the church, for entertainment purposes. Kings and queens, this is where it comes from. They're the court jesters. They're Wacky Bruce. The Jim Carrey, he's gets to be God for a day. Lassos the moon, literally. Not epically, literally. And his wife becomes more well-endowed. Or is she just a girlfriend? Can't remember. Are they living together in sin, or are they legally and lawfully wedded in the Mormon temple? See, they're not saying if she's got a husband and family. Building on their legacy as a female narrator. Yeah, she's single. That's shocking. She's available. And she's... I can't tell age anymore. I'm too old. I can't do it. Yeah, that was it. Choir historian? Seriously? We have make-work callings in the church. I'm the choir historian. They used to have an almanac. That took care of this. Don't know why they don't bring the almanac back. So this is just ridiculous. How much time did I waste here at the end?